even now. Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom, rise and shine. Little overcasty this morning time. I can see the jets, I can hear them, and we're going off into the atmosphere. It's your boy Marky Saints Addiction. The new hoodie's on and blessed. It's a little bit chilly, but nothing I can't handle. Nothing you can't handle today either, and especially if you start practicing your appreciation. That's right, Saints Addiction, morning motivation. We're going to have to literally appreciate everything because it's the gratitude that curbs all of our attitude. And I know everybody's got an attitude of what's missing and what could have been and what it should have, could have. But this is morning marijuana motivation. We're going to be grateful for all the things that pushed us to the limit so that we could see what was in it. Morning motivation, Saints Addiction. Go ahead, bless up, follow, like, share, subscribe, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever the fuck it takes. Let's bless up, shall we? All right. Appreciate everything. I love my life. Oh. Yeah, another day to get after it, you guys. Another day to tackle it. Another day to be alive. It's very unappreciated. You know, we don't appreciate the time. That's the truth of it. We spend the time on complaining and measuring and jockeying instead of appreciating, gratituding, and being in the present moment. Instead, we'll change it for another accomplishment, for a little bit of attention, even for a little bit of clout. You got people that'll go all out. Saw one chick this morning trying to be a morning motivation, trying to be a reliable model, got on the photo, took a photo next to somebody else. Then I thought, she doesn't even like the person she's taking a photo with. She's literally just trying to steal the clout. And there's silence in it. You know, I'm not a Hollywood actor, right? I'm not up in this tree being a bird. But I'm sure there's going to be days where I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to touch anybody or talk to anybody. And you're going to come up and you're going to want a little piece of me. Little piece of the shine. It's a little death by a million paper cuts. And what did you learn, right? Life kept sending you pain. Did you appreciate the pain? And most people are like, are you insane? Appreciate the pain? What are you talking about? Well, for me, my pain was like going to college. And that summer, before my first college freshman year, I was working at the convention or adding an extension to the convention, the Cox Pavilion, and working for my dad for $10 an hour, getting this badass scar on my hand. And next thing I knew, I got something better than a job, better than money. I got appreciation. Now hear me out, because there was a lot of pain for this appreciation. Not only is there a scar, and not only is there a jet, but there's also the spark. That feeling, you know, that I am not only going to college, but I'm not going to that job. I'm no longer an apprentice laborer. I'm an apprentice student. And because I had spent my summer in the hot heat catching heat stroke, all that pain I went through, even the fucking scarring, right? Guess what happened? I learned something about myself. I learned that this ticket to college wasn't going to be free, and I was going to have to outwork everybody. If I was willing to get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning so that way we could go pour concrete so we don't die in the sun by 2, 3 p.m., right? You know, then it was time for me to get in. It was a lot easier to wake up 7, 8, 9 a.m. because now I've been used to getting up at 2, 3 a.m. It was easier for me to go parking in near UNLV where I used to be sweeping. That's the truth, bro. With the broom. Past all the hot chicks going to the summer classes, all this fine ass tail rolling into college, and I'm up on a ladder, up on scaffolding, covered in dirt. And then you ask yourself, is it worth what it's worth? For me, it was worth everything. That lesson, and that's what I'm asking, what did you learn today? From all the appreciation, it's everything. Because now you can see your strategy. Now you can see your chess moves, right? Now you can see the jets flying over you. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you for these muscles, even when they ache. Thank you for these bones that they keep me upright, you know? Thank you for showing me who my friends really are. You know, I had a friend I thought was down for me. Man, I love you, bro. Let me stay with you as soon as I got back. Turns out it was a tragedy, complaining about his towel, leaving the flyers behind, and then blowing me up on the phone as soon as he needs a champs pass. I get over here and they ask me for nothing. Could you put in a little bit of weed? If you use the car, put some gas in it. Would you like to eat a little chicken curry last night? Uh, for a person that has everything, it's hard to find appreciation in everything. Because now you're going to have something where you can go buy it, but wouldn't you want somebody else to buy it for you? It's like affording your birthday present, but no one's buying you your birthday present. Do you not feel the appreciation, even if it was made with super glue or Elmer's glue and a bunch of cardboard? If it was handed to you by a 2-year-old, you would have some appreciation for it. You would keep that present and have a good memory towards it. Sure, it's just a bunch of fucking glue and cardboard, you know what I mean? But because it was given to you from a loving source, you got to appreciate it more. This is what this is. This is the, I now have to thank my South Korean prisons. I now have to thank them for showing me what I was really made out of. You know, it's like thanking your opponent. You're supposed to hate that guy. You're supposed to hate his guts, talk shit about his wife, make fun of his kids, right? At the same time, guess who's best friends? Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Who else, bro? Where we all were like, they hate each other, they're gonna kill each other. Time heals all wounds, homie. What an appreciative view to have time on your side to go reflect on things that you thought had destroyed you. But instead, it was sent on a mission to show you and define you, show you to you and define you. You're like, holy shit, I arrived. You know, we don't want to pray for accidents. We don't want bad things to befuddle us. We don't want things to fucking trip us up. And only a fool trips over something behind them. What you didn't see was the lesson. You thought it was losing. And that was why my homie said it the best. Shane over at IDAB, he said, we don't take no losses, man. We only learn lessons. Bars, bro. Fucking bars and allergies, too. You know, to sit there and go like, there was something in that for me. Maybe it was a bigger tragedy. Maybe it was the Chinese horse, right? You ever heard the story of the Chinese horse? Kid goes out, finds a horse, it's good luck. Falls off the horse, breaks his leg, it's bad luck. Then the conscription and the army comes around, try to get him into the army, and he's got a broken leg, so he can't go in the army. Better luck? We look at our situation so definitively, right? We only look at it myopically. That means one eye on it, like a goddamn pirate on a ship. If you have enough time, everybody's timeline looks like a comedy. At the time, it looked like a drama. And I'm sitting here fucking 10 plus years, 15 years from being 2011, whatever it's been, being out of South Korean prison. And only now, because someone else is getting arrested, some other YouTuber or sensation, I don't know, influencer, some guy's getting arrested, and everybody's looking at my fucking stories like, I want to just know what the conditions were like. I want to know what he's going through. So it's not that anybody gives a shit, and they haven't given a shit for 15 years. But now that he's in there, and I don't even know who the dude is, and I don't know why he's in there, but all of a sudden now I get the attention. You're getting attention from one of the worst days of my life. And haters make me famous, and you're gonna get famous off the hate. You're gonna get famous off the tragedy. It's gonna befuddle you. It's gonna be a bad day. Like, it's gonna be like a shaved head swinging a golf club at the paparazzi fucking bad day, fucking Britney Spears kind of bad day. These are our tragedies. These are the things that get all of us. You know, we don't see out forest through the tree. Most of the time, we're paying attention to the smoke and not the mirror. We don't want to see our influence in it. We don't want to believe in the universe's secret conspiracy. We don't want to be involved with shit knowing damn well that we're that powerful and involved in it. You know, it's like, oh, I have my hands in the cookie jar. Oop, that's not cookies all over my mouth. My fingers aren't sticky with my habits, with my attitude, with my perspective. And there it is. With an appreciative perspective, now all of a sudden comes the gratitude, comes the thankfuls, comes the giving, right? Saints giving. It came from that. You know, we're over here feeding the homeless, and now I'm homeless. Before I know it, I've always fed the homeless when I was homeless. I barely got a roof over my head, but I don't keep it in dread. Instead, I say, this is the springboard. This is where it pops off. This is how I appreciate so much of my life because I've been through so much in my life. If I didn't just go couch surfing around the world, this would be probably a shock to me. But it's not. I'm surprised that the universe keeps helping me. I'm always in shock of the deals that the universe sends me. I remember last time I was on my buddy's couch on Brian's house. What's his name? Brian Monahan. Anyway, Mahoganin, whatever the fuck his last name is. I'm over at Brian's, living downtown Julie Brown, and it's scary downtown. And I had a big frown. I'm stuck in a major way with no money. And then all of a sudden, my phone rang, and it was Brian. I can't even remember his last name. Brian Lineher? What's his name? I'm not remembering last names anymore, but he stole from Canopy. He wrote bad checks, wasn't paying his workers, and they ended up finding him. And this guy was a compulsive liar. He was talking about they were going to open up other dispensaries and saying, I need you for your whole marketing team and come on in. And yeah, it was a bunch of rubbish. And sure, I made $5,000 and I'm sure his companies all died right after that. But right there at 420 on that day, I needed that phone to ring. What up, bro? Have a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark Ireland. Mark's Rule with the K. And it takes that. It takes somebody to go like, do you think Nelson Mandela appreciated being in jail for so long? How about how many times Martin Luther King went to jail? Or your boy, my favorite, Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi's over there fucking going on fucking, how is he going on a food strike? Have you ever gone on a food strike? Right? On a food strike, and the world knows. Like, the world knows that you missed a meal. That's what I want for Thanksgiving. You don't know who's missing meals. You don't know who could eat the rest of the meal that you're about to throw out. And I was just shocked that it was made it that far to growth, harvest, shipping, you shopping, grocery store, your plate, cooking, and now you're about to throw it the fuck out only because you don't know if anybody's hungry near you. If all you had to do was walk to your next door neighbors and go, hey guys, we didn't finish these mashed potatoes. You guys want to smash it? Come and get it. And that's the appreciation. Find somebody that's hungry and I will show you appreciation. I will show you the human quan of everyone. It goes, all the shit comes down to all your fake nails, your fake lashes, and your fake titties come down to nothing when you're just hungry, right? Your sophistication leaves you. I promise you. There was what were the dudes? They were drinking the blood out of the birds, bro, when they were stuck out on a boat. Like literally capturing the birds and drinking their blood because it had more water in it than the salt water that was surrounding them. Could you imagine the audacity, the power, and the emphasis of a human being when squeezed to the nth degree? And that's where the appreciation comes from. I just don't think we would get that much out of each other. I just really don't. I don't think we would get as much if we didn't have the homework to the book report, if we didn't have the struggle with the accomplishment. We need to see you kind of get knocked down or knocked out around the first, second, third round and then come back. Yeah, like that. I don't know if Rocky wrote it. I don't know if Sylvester Stallone is crafty enough to say it, but it's true. Life is gonna punch you really hard. And there's some hearts that I don't still have appreciation for, right? Like dead babies. I can't even tell you. My buddy's like, when are you gonna have some? I'm surrounded by families. We got two babies in this house right now, and I'm surrounded by people that can pull things off that I haven't. I talk about manifestations all the time, and I've always wanted to be a father. I'm making these businesses work. I think I'm believing that as soon as I'm successful monetarily, financially, that I'm allowed to have a family. I'm of the belief that even at 44, going on 45 next month, hopefully, that I'm still swinging for the fences, that I can still have kids in my 50s, that I'm still in good enough shape to raise up some children and watch the process being happen in front of me. You don't believe my friends don't have that much money. You know what I mean? It's not like they're rich. We're over here on the north side. But what they have is they have family. When you need to go save all the children, guess who's got a bunch of children? Guess who just had a child dropped off to him? You know, it's like that. That's where the energy's at. But you look at it and you go, okay, I'm going to put the corporation as my family. They'll fire your ass so fast, roll your dead body into the street, and just fucking put somebody in your place you wouldn't even see. It'll just be swing. You'd be dead already, right? I mean, back to the pyramids we go, back to the Hoover Dam, back to anything else. They don't even put your body in the concrete at the Hoover Dam because it would weaken the structure. So if you died and fell, they'd still have to get your dead body out of that concrete. Yeah, a lot of myths there that people thought people were buried inside of that. They would weaken the concrete. Once your body had actually died, it would leave a hole, and they didn't want that hole to be there. Right. Crazy life. Mi vida loca. My crazy life. And if I look at it crazy instead of genius, right? If I give it the opportunity to go, man, that fucking made me a beast. Going into that prison, South Korean prison, bro, I went in as a man. I'd already traveled the world for 2 years. I was like, what, 30 years old? Going on 32, 31? Oh, allergies. And I start working out every day. I can't eat like I normally eat. I lost so much weight. And now all of a sudden I'm walking down, only getting one shower a week on Wednesdays. And I'm walking down the corridor. And now everybody's high fiving me. And now I got a 6-pack abs. And now I'm a fucking beast. I told everybody that a beast was born in that prison. And a monster came out. You know, they call them a super predators, right? If you're a super predator, that means you've done the worst and you got out. Now you're free. You can give us the worst sentences, but eventually we get free. Eventually we get out. And now watch me. Watch me. Do your worst, for I will do mine, right? Like you're gonna try to capture me for 5 years over 3 grams. Watch me build Saints Addiction. Watch me import export shirts. Watch me do all over print and make my own designs. Watch me get over 100 reliable models and make sure they all got t-shirts and make me look good. Watch me appreciate my friends down on the low and see that no matter what happens, no money, nowhere to go, I'm still falling on some kind of a net that I didn't even know existed. Is there appreciation in it? Of course you would like to complain. You'd be like, I don't have enough. I get that. But you're not doing the mental push-ups. You're not doing the what do I have? Are you assessing it properly? I remember the game like it was yesterday, but I'm old. I'm from the 80s, and it was called Oregon Trail. And you were supposed to get enough supply. They only gave you a little bit of money, and you're going to need what? Salt, flour, meat, medicine. You're going to have to make some decisions on this trip called your life. And then you're going to go into it, and there's going to be rivers, and there's going to be animals, and there's going to be tragedies. Oh, little Johnny's going to get a snake bite, and how close are you to the fort to get him to safety? And I love that game, and I'm sure many other people love that game and other video games, and we love video games because we like to accomplish things. It's easier to accomplish things on video games than in our real lives, but our game is the real life, is the real video game. Ask your boy Israel Adesanya. He said, "You guys are all playing fighting games. I get to play it for real." All these bad people that have beaten games before, they know what I'm talking about. But there's always a bad guy, and I'm saying that's the level you want to rise to. You want to rise to the hardest level, Goomba, Bazooka. I forget the dude's name from Super Mario. I'm sure somebody's gonna hit me in the chat with it, but what's his name? Bazonka? I don't remember. Anyway, but my point is like when you get to that level and he's gonna bring the best out of you, and you've been practicing this whole time to slay this dragon. The dragon is inside of you. This dragon that we all have, the thing that drags us down, might as well call it that, right? Drags us down is us. And we it's our limited disbelief, right? We can't have we have limited thoughts. We cap ourselves. We're like, there's a glass ceiling. Oh, yeah, you think so, but it's just glass. It's breakable. The other thoughts swirling in your subconscious, did you ever call them out? Did you ever say that wasn't very positive? Did you go, I'm blessed to see another day, or just another day? Is it day one or one day? And a lot of people play that one day. One day you won't wake up, bro. One day it's gonna be a wrap. And that's gonna be that. And then it's gonna be like, now what? And that's what really I go like, the what is not in an accomplishment. It's not in an acquiring. You know what I mean? This isn't the joy of it. The joy is that I get another day to play the game. I gotta be me. I get to be this sexy beast that lost all the weight and made all his own clothing. You know what I mean? And I get to rock this shit all over. Get compliments when I'm out on First Friday. Test my streetwear on the street. See how many compliments I get. I took the other hoodie down this way, and I walked past the bus stop, and a girl goes, "I like that hoodie," and I'm like, "Thank you, I made it." Just like that. Follow Saints Addiction. Follow this vibe. Join Weed Club. Let's do the podcast. Let's expand. Let's appreciate and expand. It's everything. And going like, man, even those headaches, even those dramas, even those little things that made the hiccups in your life, give them some thanks. See how powerful it is. Like, fuck, man, I would have never been this a big of a beast if my dad wasn't an abusive alcoholic. Right? Most people are just like, oh no, I want to complain about it. Right? I want to complain about working for $10 an hour in the hot sun. But it made me a beast, bro. It made me a fucking stone cold Mac the knife. And you never saw anybody want to go to college harder than me. And you never seen anybody that wanted to travel the world more than me. And your desire has to be that big. It's literally that. You got this life, this breath in your lungs to breathe in some appreciation and be like, fuck, you gave me another day to make my dreams come true. You know? It's not another hum bum Joe drum. It's nothing anything like that. It's for all of us to be like, this is an opportunity. We didn't get to see it, but each time your friends let you down, you're like, okay, thank you for showing me who you really are. You know? And the job that you got fired, how many fucking badass entrepreneurs have really made it in their lives because they got fired? You know, who's my guy? Your boy Michael Jordan didn't make the team in high school. Who else got fired and it inspired them? Thinking I'm high right now, but I didn't have anything prepared. But like, there's a lot of people that they got cut loose, and that cut them loose. That let their balloon fly. That let them catch higher heights. And you might not even have seen it. It might be in the broken relationship that you swear you needed. You know, you swear by it. It's almost like swearing by opioids or something. You're like, man, I need that poppy, bro. It's gonna make me so happy. And I'm working on a list actually with home math. I've been watching them, but I kind of got a graph that's kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but it is literally like Saints Addiction, and I saved the best for last, man. Loved Oregon Trail. Hell yeah. Bowser. Fuck, somebody. Thank you, bro. Bowser. Yeah, you got to beat the top. What did I say? Bazooka? Way off. Yeah, thank you, bro. Bowser. Fuck. Anyway, there's a higher level to these things, and you don't want to thank your or appreciate or be grateful for your let's call them adversaries, let's call them enemies, let's call them bad guys, right? But these bad situations bring out the best in us, and that's where we're measured between these situations that call out the most of us. And you're just like, oh shit, I don't know, I was going to be this powerful. Oh shit, I didn't know my life was going to go this way. And oh shit, let me grab my fucking rails, the oh shit bar, in the truck where you hold it, the oh shit bar. This is really my life and it's really happening. I'm really having this experience. I really bought this fucking journey, bro. This guy waved at me, thought I was waving at him. I waved back, of course, but you know what I mean? You were just as shocked, I'm thinking, as everybody else. It's a total recall. It's just like the movie, and now all of a sudden you're in the middle of it, and as soon as you got out of that fucking little device, boom, as soon as you wake up in your eyes, that's you, bro. That's your existence. That's the way you painted it. And you keep painting the picture during the day and sometimes during the night and in your dreams, and what dreams may come if you pump them. If you're pumping it and you're going like, this is the springboard, this makes me appreciate shit even more. It takes that kind of shit. Like I promise you, go to a jail cell. And my buddy said, "Mate, I got problems. You got problems. Go to a children's hospital. They got problems. Go to jail and see how much stuff you start to appreciate. Like taking a shit alone. Who would have known? Or eating the food that you want to eat. Damn, I don't appreciate it enough. Or eating when I want to eat. Or how about a comfy bed? Or freedom." Opening the door whenever you can. That's why I hate closed doors. I leave them always open. And that's in my reality. I was talking about the fantasy and reality, where some people want to be a realist. They want to be like, it's almost like a European, they paint the picture with the worst information. And where it might be optimist over here in America, but it's like, I was talking last night with Miles, and he's my coder in Japan right now. And I said, I feel like I'm on a fucking 17th century fucking English ship with your ass. And every day we wake up and you say the shit, we just got to persist. That's okay. One of these days we're going to hit land and eventually we'll get there. And that kind of, can you imagine being on the boat of a ship and you can't see land and you're surrounded by water and you got all these men and you're trying to find certain situations, right? And all you have is this like kind of irrelevant hope. Right? But it's relevant because it keeps you going forward. Even if there's no winds in your sails, even there's no land in sight, you still got to be like, we're going to get there. And that's what it is. It's just like, I appreciate all of it. It tells the best stories. You got to be Marco Polo. You got to be Captain Cook. You got to be Magellan. These people went through hell and back only to tell a story, bro. They're like, but did you die? You know what I mean? Like, but did you die? Until you die, it's an all appreciation game. And that's why I said appreciate everything, because it's giving you lessons or blessings. It's going to inspire you or fire you. It's going to ignite you or extinguish you. Welcome to the game called life. And that's today's morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, go ahead, like, share, subscribe below as usual. But as always, peace and love. And Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But bro, the other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. That's where my friends are. And now they're buying property. You hear me, Mark Ireland, bro? My homie Corey's there. He's him with his dad too, just like you and your dad. And they're looking at properties, got about 120 grand. And I know some other properties that are available for sale. So I plugged him, and, that's enough commission to buy the other place, and what dreams may come just with a couple referrals, and maybe for that next phone pop or maybe the next conversation you have. You just don't even know. So appreciate everything. It's all guiding us and molding us and carving us, just like a big old Grand Canyon. And eventually time will tell. It's been time. Either you tell time or time will tell you. And there's no other ifs and buts about it. So I would just say I appreciate having more time in this game, and all the same, to make every design and imagination and energy that I have to expressing. Go have a blessed day. Peace.